What's happened to you? You have that glint in your eyes, and the scent of one with quite the catalogue of sins. Oh, don't feel bad. I'm sure your mother's still proud.
Hello everyone, my name is Alex or Silvermont, and this is a Dark Souls lore video, sort of. I was a little hesitant to make a video exclusively about her, considering there isn't all that much to go on, but after brainstorming a little I thought it could be fun to try. So here we are with a lore video talking about an entity so powerful that no matter how good you are, no matter how strong your weapon or spells, you will never defeat her. Who else could it be but sweet Shalquoir? Is there a meaning behind the name Shalquoir? If there is, I've been unable to find it. I'll be looking forwards to the Dark Souls 2 design works, to see what they say about Shalquoir's design, not to mention all the other characters. Who knows what revelations it could bring. But Shalquoir itself sounds French to me, and it would make sense considering one of her first words spoken to us is French. Although her accent is otherwise English, of course, like the majority of Dark Souls characters. Did you know that Sweet Shalquoir is voiced by the same actor as Lord's Blade Kieran from the first Dark Souls? Fun to know, but I doubt it's all that important. What about Shalquoir herself though? Is she important? From a gameplay and story perspective, she is there to offer advice to your character, as the Emerald Herald herself mentions.
That tiny thing inside the ruins, an ancient being that will mock your very existence. She imparts sound wisdom, provided you find her on a good day.
First up, I find it funny how she calls Shalquoir a thing. Have you never seen a cat before, Shallalot? But then again, how many invincible talking cats do you know of? But yes, Shalquoir will give you hints and little tidbits of information concerning various NPCs and bosses. And from this we can assume that she is indeed ancient. She appears to have knowledge at least of Gwyn, or if not him, the chosen undead. Or perhaps it was Solaire.
It reminds me of someone who lived long ago. A vainglorious liar who ended up hurling himself into the flames. Now he's Icarus Earth, if I'm not mistaken.
Whether she's talking of the lost sinner who attempted to light the first flame, or the rotten, Shalquoir's tone remains indifferent, aloof. To her, watching humans seems to be nothing more than an amusement. Is she really just there to entertain herself? Well, she does serve other purposes. She will sell us items and can manage our covenants. And who else do we know of that can manage covenants? Well, in the first game, Oswald of Karim springs to mind, a pardoner of Velka. Could Shalquoir have some association with Velka? Could she be Velka? I suppose you could argue that, but on the other hand, Velka is often associated with black, a raven-haired goddess whose pardoners are all garbed in black. If Shalquoir were Velka, shouldn't she be a black cat? But one of the rings that Shalquoir can sell us gives a little useful bit of information as well. Silver ring depicting a leaping feline, reduces damage from falling. Legend has it that when cats grow old, a force brews within them, and they are reborn as something new. From east to west, cats often have mysterious powers in legend. You probably know of cats having 9 lives, right? And cats being revered in Egypt is fairly common knowledge. But how about in Japan, where Dark Souls was made? It's not my area of expertise, but from what I understand, there is a type of Japanese ghost or monster known as a bakeneko, a changed cat. Cats seen as supernatural beings due to their mannerisms and physical characteristics. Some legends tell of cats that, once they reach a certain age, will grow another tail, or transform into a human, or just begin speaking the human language. Or maybe they control the dead, or even possess the living. It goes without saying, there are obvious connections there with the silver cat ring. When cats grow old, a force brews within them, and they are reborn as something new. Has Shalquoir reached that state? Was she once Alvina, and then reborn into what we see now? Or would she be reborn as something else entirely? And isn't that odd? We have undead, gods, and dragons, and then we have a cat, who is seemingly outside the influence of the curse. Snakes, I should mention, are often associated with immortality due to the shedding of their skin, and snakes are then associated with dragons. And then there's cats, who have their 9 lives, I suppose, but otherwise aren't always seen as being immortal, so to speak. And black cats, of course, are seen as unlucky in some cultures. Is Dark Souls 3 going to feature everlasting cats who take over the world? Probably not. Besides, what cat would ever care enough to even attempt conquering the world? In the end, Shalquoir is a mystery that doesn't, perhaps, need to be solved. She will acknowledge you as the king should you defeat Nishandra, and no matter how hard you might try, you cannot defeat her, or even inspire her to flee, as you could Alvina. Does she have any weaknesses? Well, it appears she isn't too fond of rats. Should you defeat both the Rat Vanguard and the Rat Authority, Shalquoir will sell you the flying feline boots, and she remarks on the vermin that dwell beneath Medulla. So for everything she is, she at least has some cat about her. But what do you think? Does this cat who knows so much, including her knowledge on the nature of the ancient dragon, does she represent some other force in the Dark Souls universe? Or is she just a talking cat, there to observe your journey, for no reason other than her own amusement?
Oh, keep trying. It seems that we must now part. Why now? I don't see how it should matter. Just because I'm a cat?